Your dog had options, a whole house, different rooms, their own bed, the floor, the couch, and yet, night after night, they end up right next to you, not randomly, not accidentally, but deliberately. Now here's what most people get wrong. They think it's just a habit, or comfort, or maybe even dependence. But what if I told you that your dog's decision to sleep beside you is one of the most revealing behaviors they display? A behavior that exposes how they see you, how they feel about you, and even how they interpret the world around them. Because in the mind of a dog, sleep isn't just rest. It's a decision about where it is safest to let your guard down completely. And when your dog chooses you, that decision carries meaning far deeper than most owners ever realize. Welcome to Kavili. If you are new here, kindly hit the subscribe button below. Let's begin. 1. The psychology of vulnerability. Let's start with something fundamental. Sleep is dangerous, not for us as humans living in modern homes, but for animals. It's one of the most vulnerable states they can ever be in. When a dog sleeps, several things happen. Their reaction time slows down. Their awareness drops. Their ability to escape danger becomes limited. From a biological standpoint, it's the moment where survival defenses are at their weakest. Now think about that carefully. If your dog chooses to enter that state right next to you, what does that say? It means your presence does not trigger caution. It eliminates it. In fact, your presence actively reduces their need to stay alert. You are not just tolerated. You are trusted at the highest possible level. And here's the deeper layer. Dogs don't decide trust the way humans do. They don't sit and evaluate. Their trust is instinctive, shaped by repeated emotional experiences, which means your dog has subconsciously categorized you as a non-threat, a stabilizer, a constant. That's why they don't just sleep near you occasionally. They return to you consistently. 2. You are their reference point. Dogs experience the world differently than humans. They don't rely heavily on logic or future planning. They operate in the present, guided by patterns, emotional associations, and sensory input. In that system, certain things become anchors, fixed points that help them interpret everything else. For your dog, you are one of those anchors. Your presence tells them whether the environment is safe, whether they should relax or stay alert, whether everything is normal. So when night falls, and external visibility drops, and uncertainty naturally increases, your dog moves closer to the one element that provides clarity: you. Sleeping beside you isn't random. It's a way of aligning themselves with the most reliable signal in their environment. 3. The role of scent in emotional security. Humans are visual creatures. Dogs are not. Their world is dominated by scent, and your scent is one of the most powerful signals your dog recognizes. It carries information about your identity, your emotional state, your presence. When your dog sleeps close to you, they are surrounded by that scent, and that has a calming effect on their nervous system. It lowers stress. It reduces uncertainty. It creates a sense of familiarity. This is why dogs often choose specific spots on the bed, areas where your scent is strongest. It's not coincidence. It's preference driven by sensory comfort. Your smell, to your dog, is not just recognizable. It's reassuring. 4. The biology of attachment. There's something happening beneath the surface that most people never consider. When your dog is physically close to you, their body responds. Hormones are released. Heart rate stabilizes. Stress levels decrease. This isn't imagination. It's measurable. Proximity to a trusted human triggers a physiological response that promotes relaxation and emotional bonding. Over time, this creates a feedback loop. Your dog feels calm near you. That calmness becomes associated with your presence. They seek your presence more often. The bond strengthens. So when your dog climbs onto your bed, it's not just about where they want to sleep. It's about how they want to feel. 5. The difference between choice and necessity. Now here's something that separates casual dog owners from those who truly understand behavior. Not all dogs sleep with their owners for the same reason. For some, it's a preference. For others, it's a need. And that difference matters. A dog that chooses to sleep with you is displaying confidence, comfort, healthy attachment. But a dog that feels they must sleep with you may be showing insecurity, heightened dependence, difficulty self-soothing. The behavior looks the same on the surface, but the motivation underneath is completely different. That's why observation matters. Pay attention to how your dog behaves when they're not near you. Can they relax? Can they settle independently? Or do they constantly seek your presence? Your answers will tell you everything. 6. The influence of early experiences. A dog's sleeping behavior doesn't develop overnight. It's shaped by early life experiences. From the moment they are born, puppies sleep in close contact with their littermates. They feel warmth. They feel movement. They hear breathing. That becomes their baseline for what normal sleep feels like. So when a puppy enters your home and eventually ends up sleeping beside you, they are not learning something new. They are continuing something familiar. You've simply replaced the role once held by their siblings. That's why physical closeness during sleep feels natural to them. It aligns with what they've always known. 7. Environmental factors you don't notice. There are subtle environmental reasons your dog may prefer your bed. Temperature is one. Beds retain heat. They are softer. They provide elevation. But beyond physical comfort, there's something else. Consistency. Your bed is one of the most stable locations in your home. It doesn't move. It doesn't change. It's predictable. Dogs are drawn to predictability, especially during rest, because predictable environments reduce the need for vigilance. So your bed becomes more than just a comfortable place. It becomes a reliable one. 8. Micro behaviors that reveal everything. If you really want to understand why your dog sleeps with you, watch the small details. Does your dog reposition themselves to maintain contact? Do they adjust when you move? Do they seek physical touch or just proximity? These micro behaviors reveal intent. A dog that maintains contact is seeking connection. A dog that stays nearby but not touching may be balancing comfort with independence. These distinctions matter because they tell you not just that your dog sleeps with you, but how they experience that closeness. 9. Nighttime is different for dogs. The world changes at night. Sounds become more noticeable. Movement decreases. Visibility drops. For a dog, this can increase sensitivity to their surroundings. That's why proximity to a trusted figure becomes more valuable during this time. It reduces uncertainty. It provides reassurance. It creates stability in an otherwise less predictable environment. So your dog's nighttime behavior is not identical to their daytime behavior. It's amplified, more instinctive, more revealing. 10. The emotional significance of proximity. Physical closeness is not random in dogs. They don't just position themselves anywhere. They choose locations based on emotional meaning. Sleeping near your chest, for example, may indicate a desire for deeper connection. Sleeping near your legs may reflect a balance between closeness and personal space. Each position has subtle implications, and while they may seem insignificant, they form part of a larger pattern, a pattern that tells you how your dog relates to you. 11. When behavior becomes routine. Over time, repeated actions become habits, but habits in dogs are not meaningless. They are reinforced by outcomes. If your dog sleeps with you and consistently experiences comfort, safety, calmness, that behavior becomes self-reinforcing. They will repeat it, not because they have to, but because it works. 12. The human side of the equation. There's something important many people overlook. This relationship goes both ways. Your behavior influences your dog's behavior, your reactions, your routines, your responses. If you encourage closeness, your dog will lean into it. If you create boundaries, your dog will adapt. Dogs are incredibly responsive to human behavior, which means the way your dog sleeps is not just about them. It's also about you. 13. What this all really means. At the core of everything we've discussed, there is one central idea. Your dog's decision to sleep with you is not random. It is a reflection of trust, attachment, experience, environment, and emotional association. It's a behavior shaped by instinct, reinforced by experience, and maintained by emotional reward. So tonight, when your dog walks into your room, jumps onto your bed, and settles beside you, don't dismiss it. Don't reduce it to something simple. Because in that moment, your dog is making a decision about where they feel safest, where they feel calmest, where they feel most connected, and they chose you, not by accident, not by habit alone, but by everything they've learned, everything they feel, and everything you represent to them. If you want to understand your dog on a deeper level, not just what they do, but why they do it, subscribe and stay connected. Because the more you understand your dog's mind, the stronger your bond becomes.